So hello to another Dota video. I'm gonna play Rubik this time. And it's gonna be different. I'm not gonna be a carry, I'm gonna be support. I'm gonna be support with Ogre on the bottom lane. No, off lane. And we'll see how it will go. They have a pretty good team for Rubik, especially Lion. I'm gonna focus on warding for keeping Ricky safe and keeping vision. That's really good. And Ogre is also good for me because he's tanky. I'm not tanky. Alright, same game as the last time. If nothing interesting is happening, I'm gonna fast forward. And here we just go into the lane. I bought my items first instead of support items. But Ogre really didn't need them. He got them himself. So I was checking that I can get wards. He got the wards luckily already. But I always, I'm gonna pause real quick. I want to have, that looks really special. I want to have hero ward behind the towers so we can see what's happening if we're here, for example, and the enemy vanishes here. So we know what they're doing. Mid, I'm just having here sentry ward and here normal vision ward. But with those lanes like off and safe lane, it's just like behind the tower is really perfect. A lot of times they don't know that even, so it's really good. Also, PA uses her dagger all the time. Really good to have a stick. It really gives you charges like nothing else. And here we started to kill her because she was just so annoying. And Ogre was playing good. Guess Squirrel kept on hooking us, which was really not nice. I tried to last hit to get as soon as possible my mana boots. She tried to kill me. It was I really was like, I'm gonna die. I also wanted her to go to the tower. I still had a stick. So that would have been her death, but sadly she didn't. She didn't follow me. So I went for mana boots, just for Ogre. He needs it. I need it. And went for either lens because as a Rubik, I don't want to stay mid battle, so to steal spells. That's why the ether lens. Oh, but that was too fast. My mouse sometimes double clicks, so don't wonder. That was really annoying. I'm really asking if the tree from Hoodwink is giving also extra healing. I didn't experience that yet, but it would be funny if it did. He was trying to kill me, but Ogre, really good teaming. He saved me. And here, a ward would have been perfect behind the tower. I tried to heal a bit, so I'm not really gonna die. I really asked myself also why she didn't heal. Like, she could have just done that, but she rather wanted to die, I think. Here we try to hunt the squirrel. That was really smart what he did. I'm not gonna deny that. So, he deserved to live. Well played. So, here we have a pay wanting to kill me. I signed my contract to dying again. And then Ogre saving my ass again. And again, stick. It's crucial. Also the Firefly, which I already explained in the last video. The Firefly is just perfect. And Shadowfiend, and I was like, yeah, now it's really over. But Ogre again to the rescue, and we nearly killed him. If that squirrel wouldn't have come back, we could have killed him. That was so sad. But that happens. But Ogre killed him still with the. I think it's burning. It's not poisoning. I don't really know how this is called. Here, PA was really close to dying again. They they're really living on the limit at this point. Not even mid can help them. I was waiting for my ward at this point, I think. Moin. Yep, I did. Also, just like in our last game, keep your eyes open on the map, also as a support. Just to warn your carry, because he's busy getting his last hits, keeping everything in mind. Here it was just smart to go for the tower. A good thing about Ogre, he was also directing like where to go. So that was good as a support, so I could support the carry, because he was the carry on the lane. So I could see and know what he's doing and not just guessing. Here it was, yeah, simplified. We came a bit too late, but I got Legion Commander's arrows, which is good for pushing. Yep. Here took the shrine again, vision, and here was line again. And I immediately went to steal a spell, and I luckily got the hex. I like that hex. Medusa sadly died on the tower. That was really not good. If I would have had, I could have. Did I have my boots? I could have used my boots. I didn't think at that moment on it. To be fair, that wasn't my bad. And again, warding. I start warding the 4 towers. Here I got the 2 in the enemy path. Land part. Since we were close by. Yeah, that fight. I wasn't there. Legion Commander luckily ran away after I hexed her. Squirrel was the wooden again. Didn't like that. Here a new battle going on. The team was really working together. The carries did what the carry had to do. The tanks did what the tanks have to do. And the support did their support stuff. It was really perfect. It was so close to dying. I was glad the team was going in front of there and just keeping them back. Here we knew we had to be careful just because they're all there. PA's top, but yeah, they can just kill us. Here the stun was so perfect here. Look at Ancient Apparitions Old. It was so good. And then I also got the healing. It was just all fitting. That was a good gameplay. 3 for 1. Not bad. Not bad. Here we got the tower. And the PA was going top. I actually wanted to TP to the top tower, but somehow my mouse clicked again double. And instead of TPing to the top tower, I went to the base, which was very unfortunate. Ricky died here. I didn't expect him to die at that point, because I didn't see Shadow Fiend. But things happen. So here PA died on top. Ogre and Medusa got it. Which is really good. And it, I'm really curious. Like, hmm. I don't know why not a lot of people play Rubik. Maybe because it's a bit difficult. Because you have to learn all the spells from all the heroes. I know, I remember the first time where I wanted to play Rubik. Oh, I know, yeah. And I was like, it must be so difficult. There's so many spells. So I just started with like stealing random spells and I was like, huh, what does this do? What does this do? Of course I was bad in the beginning, but I really started to have fun. Like, I don't need this hero spells, I don't need that. And you get the hang of it after some time and you know which game. Why is it hackling? Which game? Sorry. Which game? Hero. Which game? I'm so sorry. Which attack is good? Here we had another fight. What is interesting, like our team's like back, 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 and then we suddenly start to hitch back and kill them. Yeah, it was really good. I got again a lion spell. It's just perfect. The only problem I had this game, like I used so many wards, so I was like, where are the wards? I'm not used to having no wards. Either I have too many wards or I have no wards. I don't have a between like, oh yeah, it's a good amount. There's always something missing. Yeah. Let's speed up. Something really interesting here. We thought we're gonna get all the towers instead of the main base, so so they don't have a chance to jungle and get their items. Here I know they dewarded, so I placed a new ward there. While the carries farmed. And now that was a bit of a dance. So which side are we gonna attack first? Because we definitely gonna have a fight. But the question is where. And here it started. But yeah, not a lot happened. Just one of us died. And there was not really a lot of chance. They used their ults, but I don't think we could have managed. Because there was just too many people on spot. Couldn't have come on that side. So bottom was there was a chance. I was going mid that we can balance out the creeps and don't bother too much about it. Here they started to attack us. Ogre and me were trying. And here that was my first death. I was so sad about it. That was really the saddest part of the whole game for me. I'm so happy that I didn't die till now. But that was okay. I have 13 assists. That's really good. And I know a lot of people say, like, yeah, but you died now and you just have 5 kills. Yeah, I'm a support. I have 13 assists. 13 assists are good. The more assists you have, the better, because it shows how like how good you worked with the team. Yeah. And I'm back. I decided to go top since you have my team already there. And I know I had not the well. I have the right to take the jungle, but yeah, it doesn't matter a lot. I was just ready to help. Oops, I was just ready to help if there was problem occurring. I was so confused with who Ricky is talking to, cause I just have Medusa muted, and he was talking to the enemy team, which was so confusing to me. On the bottom, there was a fight going on. I tried to go there in time, but sadly, I was not. One of us died. So we hunted Legion Commander, which went good. Ogre did his good job. He also has a Blink Dagger. Then there was a Squirrel still, and I stole from Legion Commander the heal, which I used on Ricky. I think it also gives attack speed, so just good. But where the Squirrel went, that's another question. Then they killed the Shadow Fiend again. Very good. So we had 4 dead. That was our chance to hit. That was really a perfect hit, what was going on there. I'm sorry if you hear the clicking. It's not on purpose. I'm gonna try to figure something out to get rid of that. Here we have another fight going on. And I knew I should do more, but my spells all were on cooldown. And team was doing just perfect. With that, we could attack the team, the rest of the towers. Even though 2 would come back, we had to make a choice. Here, Shadowfiend tried. I was trying to go away because I know it will take so much. I'll take so much damage. I luckily had the heal still. It saved my life. I would have been dead. Here I held him up in the air so he gets from Ancient Operation the ult. And he died on it. And then we had a squirrel going on. I knew if he's gonna use a sharpshooter, I'm dead. So the only solution was using the whole time Legion Commander's healing salve as well. I warded also everywhere for Ricky. And we knew that was a good sign. Medusa went top already to get the creeps. I wouldn't have done that. I would have just stayed on the lane and killed them and waited till the top lane would come down. And again, they dewarded. It's very important. It's a good advantage to have those wards. Just division. Know where your enemy is, then you can plan. If you already see how much HP Ogre has, nearly 7k, that's amazing. That's really good. Also, the items are very good. So here we knew we had to face a fight, and they're all back. I was giving Ricky his my Lincoln Sphere, since I'm pretty sure he will get lots of spells on his head. I also used my hex, that all the stuff is less critical. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I don't think there's been more kills, just Hoodwink. I was trying to go for the small towers. Oh yeah, there was a Shadow Fiend going on, I remember. And then he went back. I remember. Yeah. Yeah, that was the game. It was pretty good. I expected worse. Alright, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, you can ask them in the comments. And yeah, I hope you had fun. Bye!